We left off yesterday with Pilate learning that Jesus was called the King of the Jews and had traveled from Galilee all the way to Jerusalem, teaching and proclaiming that he was Christ, agitating people apparently all along the way. And so here's where we find ourselves in chapter 23, verse 6. Hearing this, Pilate asked if the man was a Galilean. When he heard that Jesus was from Herod's district, Pilate sent him to Herod, who was also in Jerusalem at the time. Herod was very glad to see Jesus, for he had heard about Jesus and wanted to see him for quite some time. He was hoping to see Jesus perform some sign. Now, you might remember from Matthew's Gospel, when Jesus was born, shortly after, Herod the Great sent Magi to go and find out where Jesus was so that he might come and honor him, which was code for come and kill him. Now, the Herod we meet here, or we're about to meet tomorrow, it was not the same Herod. He's the son of Herod the Great, now ruling over Judea, where Galilee was. And so Pilate decides that he's going to pass the buck. He's going to send Jesus to trial in Herod's district, to stand before Herod and to be judged. And we learn from Luke that Herod is excited to see Jesus because he's been wanting to see him for some time. Imagine that. His father, Herod the Great, never had the chance to do what he had hoped to do against Jesus, who was called King of the Jews. That was Herod's moniker as well. And so the son picks up the mantle. The son picks up the mantle and calls out, I want to see this Jesus. Maybe because he's carrying on the same baggage, the same junk that his father carried, resentful of this Jesus he had never met. And so Jesus goes. He goes to visit Herod, and Herod is hopeful that he will see Jesus perform some sign. Now, in Luke's gospel that we're reading now, we go back to chapter 4, and we remember that Jesus went to the town of Nazareth. And it was there that he preached good news in the synagogue. And the people so glad to see him because they had heard all that he had done in the surrounding communities, and they begged Jesus to do some of that good Jesus-y stuff there too, in his hometown. I wonder if this curiosity by Herod to see Jesus perform a sign, an act of miracle, if this was somewhat like what the people of Nazareth were looking for. But the story of the synagogue in Nazareth ends this way. Angry at Jesus, because he says no prophet is welcome in his hometown. They prepare to take him to the cliff, throw him over, to be done with him. I wonder if Herod is going to hear something similar. No prophet is welcomed in his hometown. And I wonder if he'll be equally frustrated. The truth is, he will. The truth is, this leads to Jesus' death. The truth is, Jesus was right. Even in chapter 23, no prophet is welcome in his hometown. And so we watch and we wait as Jesus goes to Herod.